Hello everybody, welcome, it's Ball in the Basket, and here we are back with another edition, and this time, a new series. Yes, I know, you're probably surprised, who is this guy, and what is he doing here? Well, I'm back, long hiatus, nothing else to say, no need to explain, guys, but here I am, and it's time to be back, and this is the new series. I'm going to do an NBA rebuild with the Nuggets team, where I'm going to take this team, and I'm going to bring them to the top. It may take a season, it may take 3, it may take 10 seasons, but somehow, some way, we're going to get to the top. Okay guys, let's get into the series, guys. Obviously, allocating funds is a big thing, but anyways, again, this is only 2K17, I must warn you guys, but again, it's still going to be a fun little series, and we're still going to have a lot of fun. So let's get into it, and let's start the season off. There you go, there's a few little promises we'll try to make. One of the promises I said was give our man Murray game minutes, and I do have a little caveat on Murray, and that is that his rating in this game is only 76, as you can see there, which to be honest, I don't think is that impressive. We are trying to work on that, build up his overall. We're going to center around Jokic, of course. Gary Harris is a 78 in this game, or an 81 in this game, which is actually incredible. His defense is a B as well, which is actually very decent, and I think his potential is amazing. I don't think we have many other players that we can say are must-keeps, except, of course, for Millsap. Now, the one thing that we have to say about Millsap is he is old. He's about 31, so we're not going to have many years left in him. But I do have to say that we do have, at the start of the season, we do have too many power forwards. We need to get rid of some damn power forwards. Maybe pull in a veteran point guard. So as you can see, we're going to look for a trade for Andrew Wiggins for point guard. And as you can see, it's going to be a tough pull, isn't it? Just like real life, Andrew Wiggins is pretty much, he's Timberwolves through and through. He is part of their centerpiece along with Karl-Anthony Towns. There's no way we're getting him, is there? Hell no. So we try and we fail to acquire the man himself. I actually laugh at it. But anyway, let's talk about the players we get and acquire. And let's get it to it. So actually what we got was, we ended up getting, we didn't get this guy, of course. We waived Darrell Arthur, and we waived Darrell Arthur. We said enough with him. We got what's his name? Oh my god, guys, it's blanking on me. We got Yogi Ferrell for point guard. He's a young enough point guard. He's about 75 overall. And yeah, we're going to see how things go. So let's get to our little player previews. So let's get into the guards first off. And okay, he's not the main guard. He's a shooting guard, kind of a playmaker type guy, and is Will Barton, Will the Thrill. Now, what do I think of Will Barton? Well, I think he is one of the most reliable players for this team. I've watched him in real life. He's a high energy player, high usage. What you do is you give him the ball, you let him roll with it, and he'll somehow manage to get that ball into the basket. So in that way, I really do like him. The one thing I must say is he needs to make sure he can pass as well, because you must remember, this is a Jokic focused team. So Barton's going to need to know when to pass the ball and when to run with it. And the thing is, if he runs with the ball a lot too often, it may result in a lot of turnovers, and we don't want that. No, because this is an offensive based team and we need to get the ball rolling. But I do like Barton. He's fast, he's got speed to him, and I really like him. Now moving on, we got Jamal Murray. Oh my god, this guy in real life is rocking it, not so much in the game. What I have to say about Jamal Murray is we need to pump up that overall. Jamal Murray in real life is an amazing three-pointer. Not so much in this game, I must say. He suffers big time. I've tried a lot of times pulling threes, this guy. I've actually played a few matches so far. Oh my god, he can't do a three for his life. So, we need to work on his three, pump up that three. But I do think his potential is very good. But turnovers are going to be another issue. Again, high moving offense. His speed's alright. His passing is fine, I guess. But he is a shoot versus point guard, which is why he will not be our starting point guard. He might be a sort of a hybrid shooting guard, because the way he plays is very much like that. But I do think he will fit into our future quite well. So yeah, Jamal Murray, I give him the big thumbs up. Next up, we got the point guard we acquired just a month ago. It's Devin Harris. Now, if you've seen this guy play, I don't see much of him. He played for the Dallas Mavericks, of course. He was a bit of a living legend over there. We're going to bring him into this team. He is going to be a medium usage player. He's kind of going to work and kind of while we're kind of getting Jamal Murray's overall up. And apart from that, he's kind of the main point guard sort of deal. I guess you could say Will Barton could also fit into that position there. But the thing about Devin Harris is he's got something that Will Barton doesn't have, and that is some shooting from mid-range and from the three. And I think that will help him big time. I think he's kind of got a nice kind of, I don't know, I just like that his play style, it fits really well in this team. I think that's why he can fit into that kind of passing mentality on the team. And I do also think one thing is cuts, and that is very much a thing for him. Next up, as you can see here, we got Gary Harris. Again, I said one of his things is defense. We're not going to show you defensive highlights here, but again, it's not a team that is very much has any much defense on it. So Gary Harris is a bit of a saving grace. Also, one thing that you see in real life is this guy's partnership with Jokic. It's unlike anything you ever see in the NBA. Jokic will run the ball. Sometimes, which will obviously be a small portion of the time, when we run that ball through Jokic, we're going to see Gary Harris work big time with him. He's a great passer, and he's got a nice 3-point to him. And oh my god, the backdoor layups that he hits with Nikola Jokic, that specific point, also with Millsap, I think will work nicely. But again, Gary Harris is one of those players. He works very well with other players, and that's something I don't think you can say about maybe all the players in this team, especially the young core. He's still young. He's got a lot of potential. He's 81, guys. Think about that for a minute. He's only 24 or something like that. So it's a young team, and he's very much an important cog in the machine, I must say. Next up, it's the big man. It's Nikola Jokic. Not much has been said that already hasn't been said about this guy. He's the big man. He pretty much does it all, apart from defend, of course. So the one thing I would say is for this team out is to make him a mediocre defender at least. But everywhere else, it's beautiful to watch, honestly. One thing I do find is that when I do run the ball through Jokic a little bit at the high post and stuff like that, I do sometimes get a little bit too confident myself, and I'll end up going to the rim. I'll get turnovers there quite a bit. So I think Jokic needs to be he doesn't need to be as aggressive as the other players like Millsap. He's got Millsap to do that for him. I think Jokic just needs to calm it down, play the ball, and do what he does. And I think that's why he's the focal point of this offense. But I must say that Millsap will take the other brunt of just the rim shots. So there you go. That's the sort of assist you will see from Jokic. And oh my god, the highlight plays we're going to get with this guy. It's going to be incredible. I think in this game he's about 87. Now, moving on though, swiftly to the guy I just mentioned, Paul Millsap. Acquired him during the summer. One thing I got to say about Paul Millsap is absolutely brilliant player to have for the team like the Nuggets. We're low on experience, so this guy helps. We're low on defensive abilities. This guy helps big time. He's got a B, I think, in defense around the rim, which is very helpful. His post game is unlike anyone else on this team, so he kind of brings that to the team. Again, he's going to be a must-keep starter. Hopefully, he doesn't get injured. Again, that would be the worst. And in the playoffs, I feel like I could rely on this guy to take the ball and just run with it in maybe the last 6 minutes of the match. I just feel like he's got that ability, that kind of clutch ability to him. Again, at the Atlanta Hawks, incredible player. And we must remember, alongside Schroeder, he led them to 60 wins in the season. Maybe we won't see that in Jokic. Maybe I'm a dreamer, but maybe one day we could match that. Now, of course, here we are, Wilson Chandler. Wilson Chandler, he's an interesting case. I don't know what to do with this guy. I'm not sure whether to keep him or not. He's a small forward, and we don't have many of them on the team. We have Juancho, I think, as well as him, and Rudy Gay, who we actually acquired in this series. But I don't know, something about him. But anyways, let's get to Juancho. As I said with Wilson Chandler, I think he's decent, but I don't know. He doesn't light the world on fire. Juancho Hernangomez, I think, could definitely be a Wilson Chandler mixed with a Nurkic, with more aggression in him, like a Draymond Green or something like that. Okay, not on the same level, let's be honest, but he's going to be a interesting piece. I will say, yeah, he just has an aggression which I really like, kind of like Kenneth Reed, I guess. Not much else, to be honest. I just like that aggression. He also shoots alright. Mason Plumlee, I don't know. I think he's going to be a nice backup center. We need him there because he's obviously one of two centers. Slightly more defensive than Jokic. Here we are, and this is Gay, I believe, Rudy Gay. Rudy Gay, I think I really like him. He's going to be a nice backup small forward. Or sorry, he might be a starter actually, honestly. I'm not sure who I'm going to start. But it's going to be a competition between him and Chandler for that position. And I don't know, it's going to be tough, it's going to be close. We acquired him because he was a nice kind of veteran player. And also I think we're kind of weak at that position. His defense is alright, it's about C or something like that, which is alright, and his I don't think he's going to set the world on fire anywhere. He's one of those players, he plays kind of alright in every kind of part of the offensive skills, but I think that will work because he's not going to have. But enough of the hoping and dreaming, it's time to get the series started. Now we're going to go in and we're going to play through this season and we're going to get things done. So let's the journey begin. Let's go, guys. I'll see you in the next episode where we are going to start the season off fresh, new, rejuvenated against the New Orleans Pelicans. Make sure to subscribe, guys, leave a like, comment below, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.